Hello friends, I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. This is the second time I've recorded this video. This has only happened a few times in 3 years, but I recorded it all, and there was no audio. Mic's on. There was no audio because I used my table saw earlier, and I take the extension cord from this, and anyway. All that is to say, I got to spend some time down here today in the shop, and it's been really cold here lately, like -10 I think it was today, and it's plaguing the United States right now if you're not from here. But for those of you who aren't aware, this isn't really a shed. This is a garage. It's an integral garage. It's in the basement of my house. It's very well insulated. A lot of this is underground, and the house is here, and then my bedroom's right above us. But the garage door is not sealed at all, and there's no active heating in here. So it's chilly in here. It's not cold, but it's chilly. And I came down here earlier just to see if I could stand it, and yeah. And so I ended up putting a lot of effort into working down here today. I got the blades changed out on both of my saws, thanks to Jonathan Howell, who sent the Freud blade for my table saw, which is unfreaking believable. Thin curve Freud blade, 40 tooth or 50 tooth. Yeah, I get it, and I would have never bought that blade for myself. Just such an expensive investment. You know, just before he sent the blade, I went to my local hardware store, home improvement store, and bought some Milwaukee blades. These are like $30 blades. They were on sale for $15, so I bought 2 of them. These are not good blades by any stretch of the imagination, but they're serviceable. And for 15 bucks, yeah, they're good enough. And that's what I would buy. That Freud blade was 4 times the price, and I would have never, ever, ever bought it for myself because you're cutting wood, right? And normally when I cut wood, it's not to some extremely exacting measurement, or I don't plan on just cutting it and that's it. There's usually finishing work involved, so sanding and that sort of thing. That blade, though, I would tell you, completely changed my saw. Like, it cuts anything and doesn't care. I put a bunch of wood through it earlier just to see. And not only that, the cut quality is so clean, you wouldn't even need to sand it. So that's cool. I did that all because I've been working on I told you I've been working on something for my friend Scott, and this is one of those things, and I'm trying something new. This was something I cut out on the bandsaw, and then it has to be painted. So in order for that to happen, I have to get rid of all the bandsaw marks, and I have a very aggressive blade on my bandsaw right now. The bandsaw is not the correct tool for this, especially with some tight curves and radiuses. I think the correct tool for this is a scroll saw, but I don't own one. I've never owned one. So I'm trying to make do with what I have, and it's okay, but it didn't come out the greatest, and there were some defects in the wood. So I decided to try some automotive body filler. I'm using Bondo brand body filler. And I think that worked really well. And the reason is all these figures that he has me cutting have some very, very tight curves and radiuses. And all I can get in there are basically needle files, or the jeweler files, these little tiny files. And these little tiny files, I've never been able to find one that has any sort of aggressiveness to it. And they just don't. They're so fine that they don't work very well on wood. You know, they're made for like brass and soft metals, but they basically do nothing to wood because they're too fine. So you can't. I mean, it's almost like just using a high grit sandpaper. They're not very good at shaping wood. So what I have found is I was able to drill out these corners and cut and then sand it as much as I could, and then filled it with body filler. And the body filler is super hard. And it cuts great with these little files. So with these little files and the body filler kind of filling in the fibers of the wood, I can actually get some very good detail out of this. So I'm going to keep experimenting with that. and then I'm going to try and take some test shots for my friend, for Scott, and then let him see them and see what he thinks before I continue making more, because I don't want to make all of them and only to find out he's not happy with them. They are going to be photographed. I have a feeling they'll be a pretty tight, close shot, so they need to look pretty good on camera. But yeah, so I spent some hours out here. I cleaned. Oh, in the middle of cleaning, I discovered these two signs that I had made last year. I had put an Etsy shop up, and I was hoping to make some of these and sell them. I never did sell them, so I have these two signs. If you want either of these two signs, I have a welcome sign and a home sign. Shoot me an email. Email's in the description of all my videos. Tell me which one you want. Please don't ask for both. I'd rather send it to 2 different people, and I'll just send it to you. Both of them have sawtooth hangers on the back, so you can hang them on the wall. And they're untreated, naturally aged pallet wood. So they turned out good, but I just never sold any, so I took the shop down and figured I'd just give them away. That's the best thing to do with them. So, yeah, I got to make sawdust today, and I had a good time doing it. I hope to do a little bit more of that tomorrow. Today was a work from home day because of the temperatures. Yesterday I worked from home, of course, because it's Wednesday. Today I worked from home because it was too damn cold. Did a little bit of learning. A little bit more work on my laptop. I'm trying to get my laptop set up to be my new development environment instead of using... I have a desktop and a laptop, and usually when I'm home I just remote in, and it's annoying. I think I'd rather just do it all on one device. So I've been working on that the last couple of days, and it almost works. But I think I'm just going to take tomorrow off and spend some more time down here. I had a really good day down here today, so I hope to do it again tomorrow. But I don't know. If you want to find out, you should come back and watch me again tomorrow. Thank you for making me a part of your day. Thank you for being amazing friends and wonderful people. And just being a part of my life. You really make me feel special. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from the nakedscientist.com. What animals cannot walk backwards? Emus. Emus and kangaroos cannot walk backwards.